I was supposed to go over there to my buddy's place and start working at like 2 p.m. like right about. So we get there and oh, thank you for the Gail announcement. Well, I guess we'll just get right into the Gail, and I won't go over why I was so frustrated yesterday. Hi, I'm the Conspirasphere. I stream about conspiracies, and also I love Gail. Welcome to Pubegate.
2019, from Brad Spiner, who plays Data in Star Trek: The Next Generation, and who is my husband.
I like that she
I sit here writing to you with
I like that in this one she just kind of knows that we won't know who the fuck Brett Spiner is. Because, like, okay, there are so many people in my everyday life that I have tried to explain Gail to, right? And, like, dude, even so when I went to my family's Thanksgiving this year, my grandmother was like, "Oh, Seamus, who's that woman that was in your YouTube videos?" And I'm like, you found my YouTube channel? One, that's weird that my grandmother found my YouTube channel. But then I was like, wait, are you talking about Gail? And she's like, yeah, who is that? I'm like, oh my god. So then my family was like, what is she talking about, Seamus? And I was like, oh boy. So I had to explain to my whole family at Thanksgiving dinner who Gail was. And of course that involves, like, how do you sum up so much lore? You know, so much fucking lore. Yes, thank you, Joshua. Oh man, I'm not necessarily new, I'm only now finding my footing, you know what I mean? Only now am I, hitting my stride with the kind of content that I want to make. I early on I tried to be like a game streamer, but it's just not the right kind of content for me. But basically, I tried telling them, like, well, she's the president, she's the Empress of Russia and the world, she has a Nobel Peace Prize in physics, she has a 10,000 IQ with a 500 emotional IQ, and my parents were just like, the fuck are you talking about? And, so it's it is a weight off your shoulders once you can openly talk about our Empress.
It's a long, stomach-turning story.
Once you can tell people the truth.
But I regret to inform you that we have a terrible and dangerous Jesuit hostage situation at the White House.
So this is Pubegate.
Earlier this afternoon,
Adam, I think you'll remember
the other men and I were going about business as usual on
but we
Church
never
of Gail.
finished it.
Worn out from our morning duties, we had all gathered at the water cooler for a refreshing tune-up.
I'm
hey
gonna
there, my
steal
niggas.
some ice out of the
Tarrant
kitchen
greeted
and I'll
everyone.
be
How
right
you
back.
like them Gail's latest Playboy images for June? Oh my goodness.
Gail's
I
Playboy
adore
images.
them, I replied. Gail is truly the most beautiful woman of the century. Jesus told me that when Gail gets to heaven, he's going to award her Playmate of Eternity. Hard to tell when he's being facetious, that Jesus. Oh yes, Matthew replied. Gail is so pretty. Aye, lads, I would vote for Gail for Playmate of Eternity any day, Gerard chimed in. Duh, agreed Vladimir, his noticeable erection growing even more prominently through his slacks. Hell yeah, Hugh declared with an aggressive fist pump. Agreement reverberated throughout the group, and discussion quickly flowed into how frequently each of us had pleasured ourselves to the new photos.
Oh wow,
since
look at
their
all these
debut.
people. Okay.
While each of our scores differ.
I'd just like to say hi to everybody. Thanks for coming, everyone. And let's get drunk. So I have this left over from like a gimmick that I did. So we're just gonna do a quick, you know, 2 shots of vodka. Yeah. And then some mineral water and some ice, and we're good to go.
We all agreed the chafing was worth it. Just then, one of our mail delivering retards approached the group. Special delivery, the hard-working retard announced with enthusiasm. In his little retarded hands was a small box which he handed off to me. The parcel was about the size of a shoebox.
Oh no.
It was wrapped haphazardly in post office tape, as though the sender had wrapped it very quickly. I noticed strange, greasy handprints embedded into the cardboard, and some type of powdered orange residue on the edges of the box, which puzzled me. I dusted off some of the orange powder and scraped it between my thumb and
Cheeto
index
dust.
fingers, pursing my eyebrows.
Is it Cheeto dust?
"Sign, please," the retard asked with a big open-mouthed smile. With my free hand, I wrote my signature on the digital device offered by the retard. "Thank you, Brent Spiner, sir," he replied before hobbling off to another delivery. "My, these Jesuit utility retards sure are helpful," Matthew remarked. I had a strange feeling in my gut as I examined this
I
box.
wish she would like
felt
list their
compelled to
full
open it
names,
then and
because
there.
when
I
it's
tore it
Matthew
open from one
McConaughey
side
saying it, it's so
and then
much funnier.
tilted the box to pour its contents into my open hand. Out fell an old-fashioned VHS tape. Scrawled on the white label of the tape in gold Sharpie were the words, "Help me," and it was stained with orange fingerprints. Terrance pushed his bottom lip out as he examined the tape. "This ain't looking right, fellas." "Men," I said, "let's get to the church theater and play this tape.
This one's going
I'll
out
text
to all
Zach
the
to meet us
fellas.
there." Within 15 minutes, the men and
All
I
right,
were
this is
seated
probably
together
gonna
in
taste
front
like
of the
shit,
private
but,
screen in the theater room.
you know, whatever.
Zach had joined us, seating himself in the center back row. He had fixed himself a popcorn
this
bag
pen
full
to
of Cheetos and was drinking from a large
stir.
soft drink cup filled with fresh,
It's
warm
fine. It's
horchata.
cleanish.
It was time to play the tape. "You lads ready?"
We're not
Gerard
that picky
asked.
around here.
We all nodded together. With a smooth metallic crackle, the tape slid into the VCR and the film screen flickered to life. The first scene of the film appeared to be cut from high-definition security footage inside the White House.
Still
The
really
camera
warm.
panned over the iconic building's ever-familiar main entrance hall before depicting the large door to the president's bedroom. In the
Okay.
next scene,
Right, there was an important announcement. So Joshua J. Joshua made me aware of the fact that Gail is going to be taking questions. Gail is going to be doing a live Q&A. The questions are going to be determined ahead of time by her audience in the Discord. So if you have any questions that you want to ask Gail, post them here tonight, and then myself or Joshua or somebody will dump them into the Discord during or after the stream. I can probably do it during, like, it's whatevs. But we'll make sure that those get in the list. It's going to be a first-come, first-served basis, so getting your questions in now is a good idea. So, you know, I have a list of questions for Gail that... Oh, right, yes, we want to know. We want to know if Gail has seen Mean Girls. We want to know what the best dish she's ever cooked was. We want to know, like, what's up with Miranda Cosgrove in the Gail lore. Do it during so they happen immediately. Got it. Like, during as in during this stream, or during as in, like, during the live stream that she's going to be doing? Nice. Oh, that's a good question. That is a good question. Do you wipe your ass standing up or sitting down? Right now. Got it. Okay, so I'm going to migrate over to the Gail Discord. Is there a announce? Oh wow, Rule 13, you posted it for me. Oh, thank you guys. I love you guys. Empress Gail questions. There they are. Alright, I'm just gonna fucking copy and paste all of these, and I'm going to delete the Millennium ones because I think that's been answered for me already. That has already been answered. I ask it like every fucking stream. I know why she only has 10k subscribers on YouTube. I don't need to ask her all of the whys because that was the reaction of the Jesus sex party. I know the difference between brain to brain and telepathy now. So yeah. we actually have most of these. Okay, because Gail mentioned, like, in one of the more recent videos, being, like, super, super busy all the time, and would a fly Jesuit be executed for being gay without having acted on any Jesuit impulses? You know, that actually raises a valid scientific question that I have, because we see homosexual behavior in mammals, but I'm not aware of us seeing it in insects. So that is a question that I have. Are there gay bugs? Are there gay bugs? She what? Why does she think Hitler is alive? What? She knows Hitler is alive. Is this Solar Warden? Satan brought him back. Okay. That makes sense. Jesus brought him back. Can you please pull up a video on that for me? I would love to watch that.
The footage was from inside the master bathroom.
That would be delightful.
First Lady Melania Trump was seated on a fluffy white stool in front of the wide bathroom
Please
mirror.
tell me about Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
She covered her lips in the mirror, applying bright maroon lipstick.
I love that Gail is a topic that you can just be like, did you know that Hitler's still alive? It was all a fucking conspiracy. Tell him about Ruth Bader Ginsburg. It's like, what do all of these things mean out of context? It makes your brain go fucking wild trying to think of what Gail is going to think about a subject before you find out. You know what I mean? Like, she's impossible to predict, and I love that about her. She's wonderful.
When finished, she blew kisses at herself in the mirror, straightened up, and smiled devilishly, admiring her freshly dolled face. Alexa Mira! Melania summoned in her thick Slovenian accent. The digital blue rim around the bathroom mirror lit up and flickered, responding to Melania's command.
Can we find that video? I would love to listen to that.
Melania repeated, this time narrowing her eyes and wiggling her shoulders with self-absorbed indulgence.
Yes.
Who is the sexiest woman?
Oh, okay. It was Satan Wants to Impregnate Me. I thought he was gay. A classic. A classic. Okay, we'll do this one after we do the pube gate then.
Man on earth.
Nothing's an hour long if you listen to it at 1.5 times speed.
The entire mirror then lit up like a computer screen, depicting none other than our nude Empress in her latest Playboy model photos. Gail, Cord, Schuler, Alexa Mirror replied in its robotic voice. What? Melania stood up in
so she's just doing the mirror.
This cannot be! Melania threw her hands to her hair and screeched. We'll just double speed them,
then they're only 45 minutes long.
So high-pitched, the sound cracked the glass, distorting Gail's picture. No! Melania flew into a full-blown tantrum. Her long, slender Slovenian arm swooped to knock all of her expensive makeup onto the floor. Everything within reach was fair game to her rage. She picked up cases of makeup and slammed them onto the floor until they shattered into pieces, stomping and screaming. She knocked down shelving and clawed down curtains and towels like an angry cat, throwing them everywhere. Her hair frazzled out in all directions.
You know, there's one more content creator that I feel is tangentially Gail-like, and I want to try to find a video or two of her.
Mascara bleeding down her face. Finally, out of breath, Melania squared herself at the mirror like a bull on the charge, puffing through clenched teeth. Her eyes fixated on Gail's beautiful face in the photograph it depicted. Gail's ethereal gaze leaped up into the sky, full of poise and elegance. The crack in the mirror was centered in her left eye. This is the final straw, Gail Schuler, Melania growled. The next scene showed Donald Trump on the floor of the master bedroom, naked and kneeling in the POW position. His feet were bound, and his hands were tied behind his back. Melania stood in front of him, dressed in a black leather BDSM outfit. Please, he begged. Please, Melania, no more. I've done everything you wanted. Gail hates me now. She will never support me again. Do it, Melania commanded. You know you must do it, Donald. Melania, you got what you wanted. You've been running this country for most of my term now. Please, can't this stop?
Running this country for most of my term now.
Donald in the chin.
What's under the robe? My titties, but I can't show you those on Twitch.
Roll into semen, Donald. Sobbing and crying, Donald began to pathetically wallow on the semen-covered tarp. He rolled back and forth like a sad walrus, semen coating his body with each heave.
Like a sad walrus.
Some of the cum got onto his mouth and lips, causing him to inhale it and sputter into coughing.
Did Gail put these images in the video, or did somebody else? Is Gail the only one that uploads to her channel?
Watching this scene, I felt my heart quicken. Beside me, Matthew's hand softly slipped into my seat and onto my leg, and I gripped it firmly in my own hand for support. We continued watching. Donald lolled in despair onto the side of his chest and buried his face into the tarp, sobbing, blowing mucus and semen bubbles from his muffled mouth.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. Because if her videos are not edited by her, this is were edited by her, this is kind of impressive.
His saturated toupee fell from his head and stuck to the tarp. Dazed,
yeah, we saw the troll Gail.
He had inhaled. You know what is next. Zach Knight's face lit up, then went pale. He closed his legs and sat up straight in his seat, leaning forward with horrified intensity. Whoa, no way. She's not doing what I think she's doing, is she? He said. Melania, no, please, Donald begged. You don't have to do this. You know I'll do whatever you want as long as you don't hurt Gail. Melania ignored Donald's plea.
I found the other channel I want to show you guys. Can I lactate on stream? I can't lactate in general, buddy. I can't. That's not physically possible for me.
Grin, she lurched forward and affixed them.
You know what I can do, though. You know what I can do.
Eyes widened.
All right. I'll meet you halfway. I'll meet you in the middle. How about that?
The second tarp was piled with orange Cheetos. Holy shit! He's being cummed and Cheetoed, Zach exclaimed with horrified surprise. Donald began shaking his head no, but another swift kick by a stiletto to the face sent him flying onto the Cheeto-covered tarp. Crying, Donald began rolling in the Cheetos, with a devilish Melania hooting and howling like a banshee. That's it, Donald! Roll in the Cheetos! Roll in the Cheetos, Donald Trump!
How's that?
Cackled. All at once, the men and I began throwing up. We all lurched forward in our seats, heaving and gagging. Zach's eyes lit up wide. He stuffed more Cheetos into his mouth and took a sip of horchata, his eyes never breaking the screen.
Milk truck arrive.
Back and forth in the Cheetos, saturating himself until he was fully orange, all except for his eyes.
The titties are
Cheetos
out.
crunched and crackled under the weight of the heavy man, pummeling down into crumbs. The dust from the Cheetos crumbs mixed into the semen to create a vile orange
redeemed shot. I will do shot.
All over Donald's skin, before inevitably becoming caked with dry mashed Cheetos. Several minutes into the
I gotta get a clean shot glass. I'll be right back.
Donald was so coated in the processed orange snack food that he was hardly recognizable. Exhausted, he collapsed onto the tarp, holding our breasts and our stomachs. The men and I found ourselves wondering if he was dead.
I hope
Melania
Twitch doesn't ban
pressing
me
the tip
for
of her
that.
stiletto heel